Sweets.
What?
Hulk Hogan against the Sarge. Who's gonna win?
The Sarge, because I'll shoot his big ass.
What's up, Battlefielders? So an article by Eurogamer last week highlighted how DICE was a little perplexed about what made the Battlefield Bad Company series so great. We took that as a challenge. So here are the top 10 reasons why we think Bad Company, specifically Bad Company 2, was the best Battlefield ever made. I do say this acknowledging that PC players would definitely say Battlefield 2 was the best, and if we were just talking PC, I would agree with you. Number 1, map design. Virtually every map in Bad Company 2 took you on a journey with completely different topographical sections, particularly in rush mode. The maps meandered through desert, thick jungle, across water, through villages, and up and down hills. Most maps felt like several different maps put together, and that kept the action fresh. Even the open conquest design maps, such as Atacama Desert, told a story of huge cargo ships run aground. Take Golmud Railway in Battlefield 4, for example. What's the story there? There's a field with a confused locomotive in it?
I get my shit together on a Tuesday. When are we gonna get there? Couple of minutes. Whoa, how about that? Oh, RPG! RPG! Yeah, I saw it.
Number 2, Personality Plus. Did you ever just stop and listen to the shit that comes out of Haggard's mouth? Well, you should.
And I think you're probably allergic to love, because you're an angry man.
On top of characters actually having character in Bad Company, the single-player campaign also had this great Indiana Jones Lost Relic thing going for it. Multiplayer also had a lot of personality in its own way. Sitting inside tanks, you'd be looking at the world through a green filter. Running down the battlefield, there'd be thick smoke from blasts and tracer rounds flying by your head. Bad Company wasn't wrapped up in being this serious war drama, and it worked really well. Number 3, meaningful destruction. In Bad Company 2, you rarely had to guess what was and was not destructible, because pretty much everything was. How many times have you run across a wall in Battlefield 3 or 4 and had no clue if you could destroy it or not? In Bad Company 2, you had amazing building-to-building fights. Rush crates in many cases were on the second story of buildings that could be completely razed, which forced the defending team to occasionally go on the offensive. And again, that changed the pace of the game. Or in another example, thick forests, which never seem to have reappeared in Battlefield, could be completely leveled to make no man's land, or left there to hide troop movements. Destruction wasn't just optional, it was critical in Battlefield Bad Company 2. Number 4, DLC that changed the game. Bad Company 2 Vietnam wasn't just DLC, it was almost a new game. It had an entirely different look and feel, used new weapons, and remember the first time you came out of the jungle on Hill 137 and just stopped and stared at that napalm-blasted hillside? Damn. You want to know why people think Battlefield Hardline is DLC? Blame Vietnam. Also, maps in Bad Company 2 were designed for specific game modes and then later repurposed free of charge for others. Did I say free maps? Because there was that too. Number 5, getting into another round was fast. When a round ended, you could just play another round almost instantly, and you didn't have to go to a server browser to customize your loadout. I mean, staring at the end of round stat screen and checking email is great and all, but playing another round is a hell of a lot better. Also, you didn't have to waste time at the start of rounds configuring your keyboard. Yes, recently there was Test Island, but how long does it take you to load that map? Why isn't this shit local? Number 6, Steam. You could and can still buy Bad Company 2 on Steam. Steam is more than a place we go to buy games, it's a thing that we love. Origin is just a thing that couldn't succeed at plagiarizing the thing. We prefer to vote with our dollars, and Steam's where it's at. Number 7, co-op. Bad Company 2 had Onslaught mode on console, did not make it to PC. To be fair, Battlefield 3 did have a co-op campaign that was quite good when you weren't getting booted from the helicopter and fire from the sky. But Onslaught mode was co-op on the actual multiplayer maps. It helped new players learn those maps without having to take a Gustav rocket to the face from a veteran player. Number 8, the single-player campaign didn't maniacally try and control your every action. Remember Tactical Freedom? The thing you had before Battlefield 3 forced you to knife a man in an upright position in a non-stealthy manner, moving at an exact speed or death? Battlefield 4 brought back some of that, but not like Bad Company, which had some levels so massive you could free roam them at will. Number 9. No premium. If you're gonna sell a discounted map pack, then sell a discounted map pack. Charging $120 for Battlefield, then implementing a slow unlock tree with bizarre free-to-play-esque experience boosters, with additional paid battle pack content and paid unlocks, creates a lot of mistrust with your players. Charge players reasonable prices and give them fun. That's it. And number 10, fewer weapons were more fun. Bear with me now. The sniper rifles in Bad Company 2 were well balanced and didn't throw footballs. The M60 was a little overpowered, but that's why we loved it. Sniper scopes didn't harness the power of the sun to give away their position. And remember the mortar strike? Yeah, that thing killed campers and kept matches moving. The weapons in Bad Company 2 were fewer, but just more meaningful in the way that they were diverse. The game also had impeccable hit detection and no death shields. So those are our top 10 reasons why we think Bad Company 2 was the best Battlefield DICE ever made. What are your thoughts on the matter? Have you gotten into the Battlefield Hardline beta? Will you fight for Battlefield 2 PC players? How would you suggest DICE makes a sequel to Bad Company if they ever agree to do such a thing? Let us know in the comments below, and we will see you out on the battlefield.
Hey, I think we got Sarge on the ropes here. Hey, UFC, cage fight. Okay, you got your Hulk Hogan. He's a big man. You put him in with Liddell. You know Chuck Liddell? Who's gonna win?
Chuck Liddell.
You think so?
Oh, Hulk Hogan, he was the best of the best, but he's
That
getting older.
wrestling shit's a bunch
Oh,
of...
cage fighting isn't such. Have you ever seen the cage fighting?
Cage fighting is real, I believe.
Cage fighting is real.
Oh, yeah, man.
WWF's real.
WWF.
Yeah.
It's real something.